This is a training on how to make a form using Google Docs. This is a finished product form that you can see. A finished form has all the information that I need to collect for one of the things that I'm doing. So we're going to just walk through a process on how to make something customized, and it's quick and easy. So first, you're going to go to your Gmail account or your Google account, and up here in the corner, the top right corner, is a grid where you go down to Drive. From there, you're gonna do New here in the top left corner. I go down a little bit farther to Google Forms. When you first see it, it's going to be a standard, always defaults to the purple, untitled form and questions. First thing you'll do is do a title of what you'll want to see. For example, I'm doing an order form. Also, if you want to, for your own convenience, up here on the top left, it has the name of it. So if you click there, it'll either be that title or you can change it, and that will help you see it later in your drive. If you have any information that you need to give to the person before they fill out the form, you can type it here. So there I have the title of the form and a brief description. Anytime you want to see how your form is going to look, you can go to these three here. You have the preview is in the middle, this eye. So you can hit that and it'll show you what is happening so far. There are multiple types of information questions that you can use. Most of the answers are going to be short answer where they can just provide a text. So you could do a name. If you want it to be required, you can toggle that over. Then they won't be able to fill out the form without that being filled in. If you want them to have more information than just a name or something, you can switch it to paragraph and it'll just give them the space to do a long answer text. To add questions to this, on your right side there's an add question box. You just hit that and it'll add to wherever you want. So if you did it again, it would add another one. But if you went back up to this name box and added it, it's going to add it in between those. Anytime you don't want a form there, you can delete it. And if you want to do the same question over and over again, you can hit duplicate. So you'll see there it says name, short answer required, but this time I want to do an address. So I can type address and I don't have to refill out the information. If I want to do a multiple choice question, I can just ask my question here, best form of follow-up, and let's say I wanted to give them 3 choices. So first would be text, and then I can just add option here. Next one will be email, next one will be phone, and if I wanted to let them fill in the space, you can hit this add other, and the other option will be available. So when you go to preview it, you can see them, they can click other, and they can fill it out there. You can also do checkboxes if you didn't want to do the multiple choice. Checkboxes allow multiple things to be clicked. Multiple choice only allows one item to be clicked. So those are the differences between using a checkbox and a multiple choice. Also have a drop-down list. So for visual, you would see a drop-down instead of the checkboxes. If you don't want to have a very long form, you can use the drop-down menus to consolidate some of those questions. If you decide that you have some questions out of order, you can just click on the box until you see that cross, and then you can move your questions around. You can also add images. So over here in add image, you will pick your image however you want. I have some posts already. So let's say I wanted to add that in there, and it'll show up in the middle of your form like so. So if you needed to show something that they'll be ordering, or you wanted to show them to give some options, you can add a picture of what's available in there. Finally, if you want to make your form pretty, here the color palette, there's a couple different options. You could just change it to a straight color here, so it would change to a standard color, no image on the background. You can click down this images. If you pick this candy theme, you can see that it'll change to a banner, and then you can also change your own picture as well. So if you wanted to have just your own custom banner, you can see how it will look there. Click select and it'll update to your theme. And then when you preview it as well, it'll look the same. That's the basics for creating the form. Once the form is created, you will see it in your drive with the purple icon. If you go to the form you created originally, you can see that there's a spot for questions and a spot for responses. And if you click on that, you can see a summary of everybody that has answered your questions, as well as it will lump some of the items together. So multiple choice questions will be lumped into a pie chart. You can also see it per individual, which has a print option. So if you wanted to print out each item, you can do that as well. And you can see per person, and you can scroll through it. If you're interested, you can hit this green button here, and it will create an Excel spreadsheet right next to it, and here it says responses. So if you go into this, all the responses will be available already formatted into a Google Sheet, and then you can use that for other things later. To share the link, you can hit preview. That's the form view that you will see. So you could send them this address from the top, but you can also hit send, and this image right here is a link, so you can just shorten the URL. It'll give you a short URL to copy and send to people. That is everything on how to create a Google form. Simple, quick, and easy.